Say Mikey check.
Mikey check.
Mikey check.
Mikey check.
We're live. CliffBeats, no script, off the rip with the one and only.
Your girl Karen.
The dancing queen.
Hey.
What happened to my dancing
I forget.
The dancing queen in my hoodie.
Yeah.
Stretching. Look at this. Look at all
I'm
the
not
shoulder.
stretching it out.
Look at his shoulder.
It's big.
Look at his shoulder. All right, guys. So we're gonna check out Deja Vu from Eminem's Relapse. Guys, do me a favor. Go like, go subscribe. Please show love to Eminem. I already got this video. Like, I think I did a reaction to this a couple of years ago, maybe a year or two ago. Now I want to discuss a few things before we jump into this, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
What was this? Guys, we're hearing your feedback. I'm seeing you about like the cursing being spun backwards and stuff. Now, I want you to understand something. Anything dealing with sexual orientation or sexual in general cannot be posted or commentated on YouTube anymore unless it's in a medical profession. So even with the rappers saying it, and it's YouTube's guideline that you could, use your medium to say whatever you want, we can't listen to that stuff anymore without spinning those words back. If we do leave it in, the video gets limited or age restricted and nobody sees it. So we have no choice but to spin those words back. But I wanted to announce that. And now you're saying like, oh, well, you reacted to it before, you didn't have to spin it back. Those videos are kind of grandfathered in. I don't understand how this works. It's crazy. YouTube changes every day on us, guys. All we can do is adjust and have a good time. And by that, we have Deja Vu. This was probably one of the most requested songs off the album for you to check out. I don't want to ruin it for you, but are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's do this.
I had to leave out that little disclaimer because, like I said, we want to make you as happy as possible and understand where we're coming from as much as possible, too. And we're going to continue down this journey of Eminem, and we have other stuff to show Karen as well, guys. And shout out to everybody in LA right now dealing with the wildfires. And if anybody needs someone to talk to, I'm here, but I'm sure you got other things to do and get things together. And we're all sending our prayers and thoughts to you guys. You ready?
Ready.
Okay. Why'd you scrunch up your face at me?
Oh, so my bun is in the way.
Oh, my bun. All right, let's go. Deja Vu. Go like, go subscribe. Here we go.
DMC, we have a mid-30s male found down, unresponsive, possible overdose, substance unknown, pulse is 60 and thready, respiration's 8, he's intubated and we're bagging him now. BP 90 over palp, patient is cool, pale and diaphoretic, has aspirated, GSC is 3, we'll update route, ETA 10 minutes.
As I fall deeper into a manic state.
Okay, remember as I said, we need to hear each other when you say something.
Oh, that's right. That's terrifying.
Yes. So obviously you're hearing about, him getting picked up in an ambulance right now. Here we go. We're going to be working on communicating better because we keep trying to talk to each other with our headphones on and it sounds like we're bickering, but we're not. We just can't hear each other speak. Let's go.
We'll update route, ETA 10 minutes.
As I fall deeper into a manic state, I'm a prime candidate for the gene to receive the drug addict trait. Blood pressure climbs at a dramatic rate. I seem to gravitate to the bottle of NyQuil, then I salivate. Start off with the NyQuil, like I think I'll just have a taste. Couple of sips of that, then I gradually graduate to a harder prescription drug called Valium, like yeah, that's great. I go to just take one and I end up like having 8. Now I need something in my stomach cause I haven't ate. Maybe I'll grab a plate of nachos and I'll have a steak. And you think that with all I have at stake, look at my daughter's face. Mommy, something is wrong with Dad, I think. He's acting weird again, he's really beginning to scare me. Won't shave his beard again and he pretends he doesn't hear me. And all he does is eat Doritos and Cheetos and he just fell asleep in his car eating 3 Musketeers in the rear seat.
Sometimes I feel so alone, I just don't know. Feels like I've been down this road before. So lonely and cold, it's like something takes over me as soon as I go home and close the door. Kinda feels like deja vu. I wanna get away from this place I do, but I can't and I won't. Say I try, but I know that's a lie, cause I don't. And why I just don't know.
Maybe just a nice cold brew. What's a beer? That's a devil in my ear. I've been sober a fucking year and that fucker still talks to me. He's all I can fucking hear. Well, so come on, we'll watch the game. It's the Cowboys and Buccaneers. And maybe if I just drink half, I'll be half buzzed for half of the time. Who's the mastermind behind that little line? With that kind of...
All right, now half of the time, but also halftime in football games as well. So a nice little wordplay right there.
I really like the beginning when he was doing the gosh, what was the can you give me something from the beginning of his verse?
The beginning of this verse?
This verse, yeah.
I can just bring it back a little bit for you.
Because he was
And why I just don't know.
Maybe just a nice cold brew. What's
Oh,
a
that
beer?
part.
That's
The cold brew, like
Just
the
the
beer,
beer.
and then he turns it into like
It's
here.
the Cowboys and Buccaneers.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
whole vibe was like really smooth.
Mm.
What I like about this song is how kind of like chill it is, but it's also freaking me out a little bit. Like to get in his head when he was in this space is like, dang.
Well, I think this album is very important for people who are addicts like myself, because even when I was trying to bounce back, it was something that I could relate to.
Mm-hmm.
If you can't relate to it, it's kind of like, but you're still hearing like you said, his mindset, what was going through his mind, how that other voice, that devil in his ear telling him, hey, no, just do this, just do that. It's okay, just a little bit. You'll be fine. But he knows, no, that's not how I am. I have that addict trait, as he said earlier in the beginning of the song. So yeah, it's heavy. You ready?
Ready.
Yeah. But yeah, always pay attention to those multi-syllabic lines. Like you said, how he dragged it out in the Buccaneers.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty clever. You just got to really pay attention to that stuff. That's M all the way.
It made me curious if that's who really was playing,
Probably.
which is like, yeah, most likely.
He watches football. He watches all sports. He watches the UFC and everything. Here we go.
Apple in my ear, I've been sober a fucking year, and that fucker still talks to me. He's all I can fucking hear. Well, so come on, we'll watch the game. It's the Cowboys and Buccaneers. And maybe if I just drink half, I'll be half buzzed for half of the time. Who's the mastermind behind that little line? With that kind of rationale, man, I got half a mind to have another half a glass of wine. Sounds asinine, yeah, I know, but I never had no problem with alcohol. Ouch, look out for the wall, ain't for the couch, I'm about to fall. I miss the couch and down, I go looking like a bouncing ball. Shit must have knocked me out, cause I ain't feel the ground at all. Wow, what the fuck happened last night? Where am I? Man, fuck am I hungover and goddamn I got a headache. Should have a Vicodin? Why can't I? All systems ready for takeoff. Please stand by.
Sometimes I feel so alone, I just don't know. Feels like I've been down this road before.
I think it's like it touches on a point where it's like it starts off and you think you can control it when you're like, oh, I'll just have a half of a half of a half, and then I'll be fine for the rest of the time, because he says that. And then you next thing you know, it's like the next day and you're like, where the hell am I? What's going on? Oh, I'm hungover.
No, yeah. I mean, there was times when I quit and I relapsed, and I remember I went to go take the real estate exam and I failed it the first time, and I was living with two of my buddies. We bought a house together, and I wasn't drinking at all. I was like over a year sober, and I walked out to the backyard 'cause I could smell someone barbecuing. My boy was barbecuing, and he had a bottle of Jack Honey he was drinking while he was just cooking, and he turned around, turned his back to me, and he was like, "How'd it go?" He's like, this, and I was like, and next thing I know, he handed me a glass of Jack Honey, and I was like, All I remember is drinking that one glass of Jack Honey. The next day, I woke up to my buddy trying to open my door. And I was blocking the door, and I was laying on the ground with like a bottle of pills spread out everywhere. And I don't remember. There was like a few bottles of Jack Honey, like unopened. I don't even know where I bought them from. I blacked out. I don't remember anything. Yeah, that's real. It's real.
Scary.
When you don't have that self-control at that time, it's very scary. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I feel so alone, I just don't know. Feels like I've been down this road before. So lonely and cold, it's like something takes over me as soon as I go home and close the door. Kinda feels like deja vu. I wanna get away from this place I do, but I can't and I won't. Say I try, but I know that's a lie, cause I don't. And why I just
So I
don't
take a like it and splash, it hits my stomach, then couple of weeks go by, it ain't even like I'm getting high. Now I need it just not to feel sick, yeah, I'm getting by. Wouldn't even be taking this shit if the Sean didn't die. Oh yeah.
That's proof.
That's proof. And honestly, I should be showing Karen more of Eminem and Proof stuff, which I will do before we get into difficult and stuff like that. There's songs you need to absolutely hear.
Sick, yeah, I'm getting by. Wouldn't even be taking this shit if the Sean didn't die. Oh yeah, there's an excuse, you lose, proof, so you use. There's new rules, it's cool if it's helping you to get through. It's 12 noon, ain't no harm in self-inducing a snooze. What else is new? Fuck it, what would Elvis do in your shoes? Now here I am 3 months later.
Fuck it. What would Elvis do in your shoes? Elvis died from over-medicating himself.
Mm-hmm.
And Eminem was going down that same path. And he's also called the Elvis of hip-hop. Like, a lot of people who take shots at him call him Elvis of hip-hop.
Yeah.
you know, taking predominantly black music and selling the most records.
In the snooze, what else is new? Fuck it, what?
But you hear how he says self-induce in the snooze. What else is new? What Elvis do with your shoes? You see how every little syllable kind of fits
It's so
in. Like,
clever.
yeah, it's
smooth too.
yes.
Elvis doing your shoes. Now here I am 3 months later, full-blown relapse. Just get high until the kids get home from school, homes relax. And since I'm convinced that I'm an insomniac, I need these pills to be able to sleep, so I take 3 naps just to be able to function throughout the day. Let's see, that's an Ambien each nap. How many value? 3, and that will average out to about 1 good hour's sleep. Okay, so now you see the reason how come he has taken 4 years to just put out an album. Beat, see me and you, we almost had the same outcome. He, cause that Christmas, you know the whole pneumonia.
Ooh,
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
And one more time, bring this back. Once she catches it, she's gonna blow her mind. Watch.
See the
Now this was 2009. Keep that in mind. One of your favorite movies.
reason how come he has taken 4 years to just put out an album. Beat, see me and you, we almost had the same outcome. He, cause that Christmas, you know the whole pneumonia.
Heath Ledger.
Heath, that's what he said. I was like, what is he saying?
Yeah, Heath Ledger.
Heath.
Yes. The Joker.
No.
Yeah, that's Karen's favorite movie. The Dark Knight, by the way. So I was waiting for her to catch it, and it didn't catch it. That's why.
I was trying to hear what he said.
Yeah.
It said like he sounded he. Now I hear the
Yeah.
Heath.
One more time.
Oh man.
See the reason how come he has taken 4 years to just put out an album. Beat, see me and you, we almost had the same outcome. He, cause that Christmas, you know the whole pneumonia thing. It was Bologna, was it the methadone ya think? But a hydrocodone, you hide inside your porno, your VCR tape cases with your Ambien CR. Great places to hide 'em, ain't it? So you can lie to Haley. I'm going Betty by Whitney, baby. Good night, Elena. Go in the room and shut the bedroom door and wake up in an ambulance. They said they found me on the bathroom floor. Damn.
Sometimes I feel so alone, I just don't know. Feels like I've been down this road.
I feel bad because I said I want to jump into something that's a little more uplifting.
This
I
was
forgot
not it.
about how
This
happy
is-
this song is.
It's not that it's well.
It's got a nice bop to it, and it's very smooth, like you said, but the content within it, he's like lightheartedly talking about him almost dying.
It's not that it's lighthearted. I think like what
I'm saying like the hydrocodone, you hide inside your bone. Him doing
he's-
that kind of joking
kind
thing.
of playful. Yeah, I guess you're right. It is a little playful, but I think that's what makes it so real. Is that again, you think you're in control. You're like, oh, I've got this, and it's just me living my life, and then next thing you know, you're passed out on the floor. You're waking up like, where am I? He keeps doing that. Every verse is like, oh, I woke up lost again. Oh, I woke up lost again.
And you could tell how much of an impact it's had on him because he's been talking about this. I mean, and you see every year how he posts a picture of a sobriety chip. So it means a lot to him because this is like a family tradition thing in his mind that he's broken, I think, and that's a huge accomplishment too. Like anybody who's walking that tightrope, trust me, I've been there. I am there still to this day. Like it's one of the greatest accomplishments you could have in your life, and I'm sure he recognizes that. And I guarantee, like, dude, like when we get on T-Dos, we got to finally see that he's becoming a grandpa. He got to walk Haley down the aisle. Like he wouldn't have been able to do any of this because he was, in his mind, and he knows being selfish and wanting to indulge, but he couldn't control it anymore. And I think he said like it really started getting bad on the set of 8 Mile when he had to be up then back to sleep, up then back to sleep, and do those constantly shooting scenes and stuff. I think that's when it got really, really, really bad. And that's why like you go towards Encore, you could really hear him sounding like, we didn't listen to some of the songs, some of them I skipped still, but there's some where he's like slurring his words almost, and I'm like, what the hell? We'll check those out later. I'll show you. Ready?
Ready.
You need your headphones. Let's go. Let's wrap this one up.
Sometimes I feel so alone, I just don't know. Feels like I've been down this road before. So lonely and cold, it's like something takes over me as soon as I go home and close the door. Kinda feels like deja vu. I wanna get away from this place I do, but I can't and I won't. Say I try, but I know that's a lie, cause I don't. And why I just don't know.
jump on the guitar was really nice.
What's that?
That little extra jump on the guitar at the end was really nice. What I think is really what is I think people don't realize about me with these songs is that it makes me really put myself in his shoes. Like I really aim to understand where he's at. And then it also kind of gives me perspective on like anyone in my family that's struggling with any level of addiction, you know, because when you don't have that in, you know, in the same way as someone else, you don't really know how they feel until you hear something like this, because it's not often that somebody who is struggling will sit there and talk to someone else and just say, hey, you know, like I'm struggling and here's what's on my mind. So I really appreciate how real he is with this. Like in it, he says like, I want to get away from this place. That's like really suicidal. I mean, self-deletion thoughts, you know what I mean? And like,
It's too late now.
it's too late. Sorry. But the fact that that's something that he's willing to say, and then it just like really makes you think like, oh, that's where a lot of this like behavior is coming from, is from that core thought, you know, and then you're like self-sabotaging and doing all these things that just tear your body down. So it's like real.
Yeah.
And I love that.
You're 100% right. I mean, most of our trauma comes from our childhood. And as we know from Eminem's story and his storytelling, he had a rough childhood, you know, and it took one of the highest peaks to get to, and for him to tumble that far, to be that close to death, for him to kind of open his eyes and realize and go, hey, like you said, like so lonely and cold, kind of feels like deja vu. I want to get away from this place. I do, but I can't, and I know, and I, you know, he's like saying like I can't, like he's like fighting himself, like, but I just don't know. Like he's trying as hard as he can, but we know now that he was able to stick with it, and I mean that's what. Like you said, he put it out there. He made a whole album about it. But he made a whole album about his relapse while creating this serial killer vibe to it, because when he was recovering, he fell down this hole of documentaries and movies and books and stuff like that, and really got into that. And the accents were a little bit too, you know, pretty thick and stuff like that. So you have hardcore fans who love it, who have gone through this type of issue and relate. Then you have people who go, I can't listen to this. This is not, you know, it doesn't click with their ear. They've never experienced addiction or anything like that. This is one of my favorite songs off the album. This one, Hello. We're going to go into a few more right now. And guys, do us a favor. Follow us there. Go like, go subscribe to Eminem. That is the most important part of this video. We'd love to have you. What should they do, babe?
Subscribe.
Hit that subscribe button. Helps us out with the YouTube algorithm. It would mean the world. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in while we go down this journey. Yes, we are checking out other artists. Don't worry. And yes, we are circling back for the rest of this catalog. We're not going anywhere anytime soon. I think people get worried we're like not going to check out everything possible. But there's only so much we could do, and we post quite a bit. So we got you covered. Don't worry about a thing. Just comment down below, too, if there's something that you feel like we have to see. It's going to blow Karen's mind. I'm totally open to it. We love you guys. Stay safe. And is there anything you want to add on to this track before we bounce out?
No, this was a good one. I appreciate the realness of this one. Yeah, this was a vibe.
Yeah, this was. So you, out of all the songs on this, well, no, we'll do that at the end. We'll do that at the end. I don't want to know yet. All right, guys, anyone here who's dealing with anxiety, depression, panic attacks, PTSD, addiction, a bad breakup, whatever the case may be, my Instagram is linked in the description down below. You can reach out to me 24/7. I am no doctor. I'm just a friend. So if you need someone to talk to, please shoot me a message. I got your back. But if you are having thoughts about self-deletion or doing anything like that, please walk into a hospital, call someone immediately, whatever you can do. Don't be embarrassed about anything. We just want to see you well and okay. But you also have a whole community here, and I mean it when I say you can shoot me a message. Ask anybody who's ever messaged me. I've responded unless it was a song request. Just don't send me song requests on Instagram. That's for the comment sections. If you send me a song request, instant delete. Or you're trying to get me to promote something, instant delete. I don't do promotions. I don't do song requests through Instagram. But we love you guys. Stay safe. We will see you very soon. Let's go.
Peace out.
We love you guys. Stay safe. Oh, hey, you see this little box right here that's covering half of her face? Click it. Click it. Watch it.
Go for it.
What do you say? Search for it?
Go for it.
Go for it. All right, we
Click
love
it.
you guys. We're out.
Peace.
Good job.